Hello everybody and welcome back to Matchday with Max. Second game of the season, first game at home, and Forest end it with a 2-1 win over Sheffield United. Lee, that was pretty nervy, wasn't it?
Yeah, we needed that, didn't we? We needed that. Good start to the season, well, the home season. Yeah, I mean, we had some good performances. I thought Elango was just getting swamped by defence here, but yeah, Wood saved that skin there, didn't it, the last minutes?
Didn't. It's nice to see him on the score sheet as well, because his confidence must have been pretty low after some kind of undeserved criticism last season, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see his performance last time he scored. I think it was against Man City on the day our box. That look, we're swinging them balls in aerially. He's the man to get on the end of them. So my mate said like he's gonna come on and score. The balls are flying. I was like, here we go. He knows everything. But it was right, Ross. He was right.
And a big few months for you, Lee, with the fight against Josh Warrington. Are you ready? I
will be ready. I've got 7 weeks tomorrow. This is covering my last home game for a while, so I'm glad we got the win. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I went down after my fight, all being well, still with my belt.
And the whole of the Forest family are behind you. Good luck, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Archie, good to see you, mate.
All right, mate.
Yeah, I'm good. What a win.
Great win. We worked hard for that, though, in the second half, haven't we?
But we needed that because there's some really tough games coming up.
Obviously, we've got to win our home games, Max, haven't we?
Yeah. So. But today, there was positive signs, especially in that first half, and obviously to come back and win the game. But up until they equalised, we looked like the Premier League side, and they looked like the Championship side.
First 25 minutes played really well, didn't we? Yeah. And then we let them back into it then. Well, we just deserved it second half in our play, though, didn't we? Brilliant.
And this season should be a little bit more comfortable than last season.
Well, we hope so, won't we?
Fingers crossed, mate. You Reds.
Unbelievable, eh? Roller coaster. Chris Wood for the winner. Who's wrote that? Who wrote that?
Exactly, but
she did. To be fair, do you know what? She did. I could not believe it. Yeah.
But that'll do Chris Wood's confidence the world of good.
Massive. To me, I'm one to comment, but he and half lost some timber. Chris Wood, 5 to 10 goals this season. Mark my words, 100%. He's hungry. The revival's, it's on. It's on. Trust me.
He might even beat Haaland.
Oh, I think that's pushing it. But
Who knows?
What do we make of the game?
Match day, Max.
Well, we should have won that easily.
Yeah.
But the second half made it look difficult. But on top, and you know what? We got more points than Liverpool.
Already? Who was your man of the match today? Taiwo?
Probably, to be fair. He
Yeah?
did good.
yeah, I'll give it to Taiwo as well.
Taiwo as well?
Taiwo.
Big win. Come on, you Reds, guys. All right, you Reds. David, we've got a lot to talk about. And we know you love talking, mate.
Not like me, Max.
First things, get two things out the way that we said we were going to do. Shout out to Big Rob Asprey, because I know he's always watching your brother.
Yeah, bless. I love my brother, bless him. He's one of my favourite brothers, actually. I've got two favourite brothers, so yeah.
And
absolutely.
what a performance from the team, mate.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, the way I was looking at it, when it went to 1-1, I was kind of seeing a carbon copy of the playoff semi-final second leg here, where I thought we were really good first half, vibrant, moved the ball forward, got caught with a lovely goal by Hamer. Fair play to him. He's a good lad, him. And then I kind of thought we're going to bash our heads against the brick wall.
It reminded me a little bit of Bournemouth and Fulham last season when we almost struggled to see.
That spectre was in the background for me. There were games where that's why I had a little bit of anxiety about tonight. The cognoscenti had us as clear favourites to win this tonight, and everybody was saying, "Oh, Forest will win that." And sometimes those are the games that are harder to win than the games where you've less expectation. I'm really, really pleased. It's a cracking good win. We've got 3 points on the board. We're unbeaten at home. We've beaten we're in a relegation battle, and we've just beaten a rival. And I'm really pleased I'm unbelievably pleased for Chris Wood. He's had a really slow start. There've been lots of people. I heard people in the crowd today when Steve made the substitution. What's he putting Chris Wood on for? There you are. He's got us a winner. He's got us 3 points. And the substitutions were really good again.
I'll even admit, Dave, that I questioned the substitution when he came on. And as somebody just said, Chris Wood's a football genius.
Well, the thing is, it's a really good impact sub, and it's a great centre-forwards goal. I also thought Ryan Yates changed the flow of the game. I thought, do you know what? Sometimes when you're playing well and you're in a flow and you're in a rhythm like Forest were first half, you could do without half time, and it just stopped him, and it must have frustrated him. And then Blades got onto it. Blades played well for a while, but he made the changes at the right time, and we've got home. We're 3 points on the board. That was a must win because of the 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 tough nature of the away fixtures that we've got at the start of the season. To get 3 on the board here, we have to do the same when Burnley come and when Brentford come and when Luton come. You know, given how the away fixtures are. But you know what, mate? It's a Forest win.
It's good times, mate.
The rain's falling. I don't
Exactly.
care. A Forest win is the best thing ever, mate. And it's lovely to see you and to see everybody else.
And you, mate. Shout out to Rob. Shout out to Kathy. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.
Moist, mate, moist.
Steve, the old cameraman, just said he likes you damp and wet in the rain. I don't really know how to. I don't really know how to go off that.
Let's just ignore the cameraman.
Exactly.
Thoughts? Game of 3 halves. I thought we came out really, really well. We looked like a Premier team. They looked like a Championship team that had lost players, everything else. Great first goal. Didn't take advantage of the pressure that we built. Then started to look a bit leggy. Gave Sheffield United the opportunity to come into it. 1-0 at half time. Should have been 2-0. Hadn't really pressed. Obvious that they were going to come out in the second half and have a go. And did. Scored a really good goal, but from where I was sitting in the Bridgeford end, it looked pretty easy. I mean, a great finish, but it looked an easy finish. And then I thought, actually, we did really well to hold the pressure because they were turning it into a Championship game and we were lowering our levels to their levels.
It was very scrappy.
It was very scrappy. I didn't think Danilo was doing anything in midfield. I thought he'd probably go off. Actually, the substitutions worked really well. They took Mangala off. It gave Danilo more space. He played his part. You bring Chris Wood on, who I know has put on Instagram how hard he's been working over the summer to get fit because he wants to prove himself. And Chris Wood did what Chris Wood does and scored a great header, and we get a 2-1 win out of it, which in comparison to, say, losing at home to Bournemouth and Fulham last year at the similar time, disappointing, good substitutions, couple of good individual performances. At the end of the day, we got 3 points, and that's what matters.
Summed up brilliantly. Steve, you said we finished 14th last season. Didn't get it quite right. What do you reckon this season?
No,
just
I said
quickly?
between 10th and 14th last season, and I think that's a safe prediction for this season. I think we're a better team, with the emphasis on team. The players know each other, they know how to play. We still need to make 2 or 3 additions, whether that means people go. I don't know how they balance that, but there's another few weeks of the transfer window. It's not the finished article, but it's infinitely better than it was this time last year.
Beautifully summed up.
Come
and
on,
as
you
the
Reds.
cameraman says, you look good in the damp. Come on, you Reds.